Welcome everyone, this is Osvaldo Godoy from Mundo Albiceleste, and joining me today is Archie Wallis. He's a painter. He had recently delivered a commission painting to Emiliano Martnez along with other players. So first of all, how are you, Archie? My bad. You just told me how to pronounce it, and I said it wrong. How are you?
So I'm good, thank you. I'm good, and your English is a lot better than my Spanish, so
Yeah,
no
you
problem.
think so?
Well, I think so. I know so.
So if you want to start just telling us a little bit about yourself, your journey as an artist, how did you get started with art?
So yeah, I've always had an interest in art. I've always done art since a young age. Like football tournaments in between games, I'd be painting, drawing, whatnot. And then while I was in college, just working like a usual job, I figured that if I managed to create some interest in my art, I'd rather be doing that to make money in terms of the things I was doing, which was still good fun, being a waiter and whatnot, working in like our local stores over here. But yeah, it took off from there.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at your Instagram. Most of the recent paintings have been related to soccer, to football.
Yeah.
First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Colchester, Essex in England, but then I moved down to Suffolk when I was about 5 years old.
Okay, cool. And how is that relationship with soccer and your paintings?
So the reason why I got into doing footballers was because I'm a big Arsenal fan myself. I love Arsenal, and a lot of my old paintings to do with portraits not associated with sports, as well as pet portraits. And I just thought that if I was to make my job more enjoyable, I wanted to go down a route into doing it about something that I enjoy. So my first painting was of a portrait of Gabriel Martinelli, who at the time and still is one of my favorite Arsenal players. And he was lucky enough to receive it, see the message, and then he commissioned me to do another painting, which then led on to the other footballers that I've done since then. So it's been kind of a fortunate snowball effect.
Yeah, and what are the other footballers that you have done so far?
So I've done 3 pieces now for Emmy. I've done 2 for Martinelli, one of those being a commission, and I've done 1 private portrait for James Milner, which I'm not allowed to officially post online. However, I can talk about having done work for him.
That's great. That's awesome. And how? Let's talk about the paintings of Emmy Martínez that I'm seeing right now. It's not that you just did 1. You were just mentioning that you did 3, right?
Yeah. I've done. I
Yeah.
did I did 2 for him to celebrate his Copa America victory with Argentina. I think that was about 3 years ago now. And then after that, his wife, who's the person I'm in contact with out of the 2 of them, commissions me to do a surprise birthday piece for him for the World Cup, which is his World Cup travel bag, which is something slightly different to what I'm used to. And then the third and most recent ones were to celebrate the win of the World Cup, which again came as a surprise to him because Amanda, who's his wife, kept it secret. So yeah, extremely fortunate. Wow. And happy to do that for him.
And yeah, and how is the contact after doing the first painting? How is the process? You do the paintings and then you DM them on Instagram and you say, hey, here's a painting that I done, or what's the process?
So with the Martínez paintings, his wife saw a story that Martinelli had posted on his Instagram. And she liked the style of my art and reached out to me and was interested in getting a piece to celebrate his Copa America victories. And from that moment onwards, I'm just in contact to pretty much plan how the painting is going to look. Just she gives me the ideas of how she wants it to look like, and it's just from there it's sort of a collaborative process until it comes down to the time where I finish the painting, send a photo, confirm that it's all good, and then take it up at the next available opportunity.
How much time does it take you to do one of those portraits?
How long? Sorry, or
how long?
How long? So with usually give or take about a month, and then the suitcase is a lot quicker because I was working with a different style of paint which dries a lot quicker, and that took about 5 days, given the sort of the planning, the concept design, and then the sketch, and then obviously doing the paintings delivery. So that's about 5 days from start to finish. Whereas the larger portraits take a lot longer, because the paint can take up to about 12 hours to dry before I then start the next layer.
And then how was the moment when you deliver that painting to Emiliano Martínez? So you visit, it was his house the 2 times, or how was it?
Yeah, so I went to his house all 3 times, twice in which I saw him, once in which I just dropped the bag off. And yeah, all 3 times, extremely pleasant process. I mean, in terms of making you feel welcome, I mean, they're just like any other person, really. When you go into the house, they're just lovely people. Ask if you want a drink, ask how the journey's gone, and then you just sort of talk about normal things, talk about life, talk about football for about, I don't know, half an hour maybe before you leave. And yeah, overall, just an extremely pleasant process, lovely people. And yeah, not a lot more to say.
Yeah, and you're lucky, I think, because Emiliano Martínez might be the only Argentinian in the team that knows how to speak English. And he speaks really well. So you are lucky.
He speaks. Yeah, no, he does. He speaks really well. Probably knows more English than me, to be honest. But yeah, in terms of the whole other Argentinian squad, I don't think a lot of the other players play in England, do they? It's all sort of in different countries.
There are a couple. McAllister in Liverpool, Romero in Tottenham.
I know Buendia. He mentioned Buendia played for Aston Villa, but I'm not sure if he was in the national team for the World Cup. But I know that he's potentially played for them before, and he is Argentinian as well.
He's playing for Aston Villa now. He's injured, but he didn't play in the World Cup. And I know that they have a good relationship because they're the 2 Argentinians in Aston Villa. Were there any particular comments or reactions that they had when they saw the painting?
They just loved the paintings. It was nice, especially with the World Cup piece, because the first 2 he knew that there were paintings in processes, but it was the nice of the World Cup one. It was almost like a surprise, so that almost made it fun for me as well to go up and deliver it. And obviously, it's the one thing I do feel extremely fortunate to have done is a piece to commemorate the biggest prize in all of sports. That's something that I'll take with me for however old I get. So it was nice to see his reaction to a piece that meant a lot to me, and obviously a lot more to him because of the achievement that he managed to have with the national team. So yeah, and I remember that with the first piece, he mentioned that he was going to show it to Messi because it was a photo of him and Messi embracing after the full time. So when he told me that, to be honest, I was slightly lost for words, but again, that was an incredible thing to hear. So still not heard from Messi though in terms of a portrait, but I'd love to do it for him if he's listening.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And also, I want to know, because I'm just taking a look at the painting of Martínez. I don't think he's kissing the World Cup, but he's like holding it with his head down. And the level of detail in the painting is just incredible. How you were talking a little bit about the technique. Can you explain us, like, how do you do so in detail the paintings?
Well, thank you very much. And in terms of the detail, it's literally just I hold my iPad up next to wherever I'm painting, which is on an easel. I'll rotate and show you because I'm currently doing a painting of Maradona on the easel, just a small scale one. Oh, is that the right way up? You want to see it there?
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
This is just a small painting. I think you see it. And on the bigger ones, they usually sort of the whole easel is occupied, and I just hold my iPad up. Sorry to sort of keep moving around. I hold my iPad up and sorry, I don't know whether that was worth it or not. But yeah, I hold my iPad up and next to it, so I'm pretty much just copying what I see with oil paints and a paintbrush. And as for the T-shirt and the trophy, I work with liquid enamel, so it's a completely different medium altogether, which is the thing that takes really, really long to dry because it's a liquid. It can take half a day to dry before I then have to start the next bit and the next bit. So it's a combination of materials for the process.
Perfect. And where is that Maradona painting going?
So the Maradona painting is going to be one of a few original paintings that I'm going to be releasing onto my website sometime soon, once I get that up and running. Because with my work, I've always been commission based, so I'm always reacting to the requests of my clients. Whereas this Maradona portrait is going to be one of a group of paintings that is going to be available for all of my followers to buy, or all of the people who are interested in my art. And because of the love and support I've got from the Argentinian fan base as a result of my pieces for Martínez, I thought it would be a nice thing to offer them and give them a chance to get their hands on my art. And I'm also doing a Messi one as well after this, so really celebrating the Argentine football history.
For sure, for sure. And not only for the Argentina fans, but Messi and Maradona are two icons in the world. Everyone that loves soccer would like to have one of those. So how can people get in contact with you or just follow your art?
So at the meantime, my main point of contact in terms of following my art is Wallis on the Wall on Instagram, which I think you can see under my my name on the display screen. If you compress that all together, then that's my Instagram handle. And I'm hoping that very soon I'll be able to create my website, which will be under www.wallisonthewall.com or .co.uk. Whichever one I choose, because I think I've got both domains. But so yeah, that would be the second way to find me when it's up and running.
Perfect. And before we finish with the interview, what are the next projects that you have? Any player that have commissioned any paintings so far?
Not currently, no. I've got the Maradona piece to do. I've got the Messi piece to do. I think I'm doing a couple of some music artists as well, so like Biggie Smalls or just general icons. I think I might do one of Frida Kahlo, Marilyn Monroe potentially. Just little originals that I'm focusing my time on at the minute. So my commissions are currently closed, but when they're open again, it will say it on my website or my Instagram. And then I've got some work as well, which I'm combining with some Cuban artists, hopefully in the future, which is something helpful.
Perfect. Well, Archie, thank you so much for the interview. If in the future maybe you do another one for maybe Martínez or for another Argentina player, maybe we can dream on Messi. We'll make sure to have you again.
Of course. Thank you very much. Nice to speak to you. And when I get this Maradona piece, I'll let you know. Okay.
Perfect. Have a good one.
Yes. Thank you very much, man. Nice to chat.